Greetings from Kenwell. Today is Saturday, March 7th, 2026. How many of you like to get free samples? Costco is famous for giving them out. Some days it is amazing all the good stuff you can get. One of my all-time favorites is when they hand out Krispy Kreme donuts. They are absolutely amazing. My most interesting experience of sample tasting was in Maui. We had just driven around the entire island and we were getting really tired. Just ahead, we saw the sign that said free pineapple wine tasting. So we dropped in. As soon as we walked into this place, Dar saw that at the back was an area selling paintings, and she left me and went to see what she could see. I asked the woman there if I could try their pineapple wine, and it tasted really good. I then said to the woman who gave me the sample, "See that woman looking at the paintings? That is my wife. I want you to do a favor for me. I know that she left her ID back at the resort where we are staying. When she comes over for a free sample, ask her for her ID. Let's see how she is going to react." So Dar comes over and I said that she should try this pineapple wine as it tastes really good. So she asked the woman for a sample. With a straight face, the woman asked Dar for ID. She goes, "Oh, I left my ID back at the resort. Can't you tell just by looking at me that I'm definitely over 21? At this time, Dar was 35. The woman then says to Dar, "I'm sorry, ma'am. The law states that I have to ask for ID, and you look very young." You should have seen the look at her face as she looked so downtrodden. Dar looks over at me and sees that I'm holding back a smile. "Oh, you were just pulling my leg," Dar says. At that point, the woman and I laughed. Dar did enjoy the taste of the pineapple wine. It was a very funny moment. Today, I want to answer the question, why do we need God? I have a friend who lost something very expensive that belonged to his boss. He cried out in desperation, "Please, God, help me find it, and I promise that I will follow you the rest of my life." God did allow him to find it, and his promise lasted until he gave it back to his boss. I also know people who get mad at God when something bad happens in their life. Yet, these same people never give God a single thought during all the other times in their life. In general, people think they do not need God when they have worldly success. It is true that worldly success gives people a lot of pleasure in life, but worldly pleasures focus on the what of life, but faith addresses the why, which gives us hope and meaning in life. In trying times, we need to have faith in God. Just look around you. Many of you are worried about the ramifications of this illegal war that Trump has waged on Iran. Gas prices are soaring, and the stock market is in a tailspin. So far, there have been 1,230 deaths in Iran, including more than 100 children at a girls' elementary school in Menab, along with a number of U.S. soldiers. Who knows where this is going to end? But God promises that no matter what is going on around us, he will give us hope if you come to him through Jesus. Romans 15:13 says this perfectly. May God, the source of hope, fill you with joy and peace through your faith in him. Then you will overflow with hope by the power of the Holy Spirit. Just like I enjoyed the taste of the pineapple wine, God tells us in Psalm 34, verse 8, "Taste and see that the Lord is good." Then this is reiterated exactly in 1 Peter 2, verse 3. "Taste and see that the Lord is good." What does it mean to taste and see that the Lord is good? To taste involves testing or sampling. To see involves understanding or perceiving. The phrase taste and see then means try and experience. The psalmist and Peter are telling us to discover the goodness of the Lord by personal trial and experience it for ourselves. All you have to do to taste the goodness of God is found in Romans 10, verse 9. If you declare that Jesus is Lord and believe that God brought him back from the dead, you will be saved. When you believe this, you will receive the power of the Holy Spirit living in you, who will change your life forever for the better. Now you will have hope, meaning, and purpose in your life that you have never experienced before. May the good Lord be with you until we meet again next week.